why it irks the fuck out of me is because I'm tired of seeing the same bullshit happen amongst our families, happening amongst our communities, happening amongst our environment. The same bullshit. Okay? And as you can see the title in the video, and peace and love to everybody that be joining. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to a couple people before we get started. Peace and love to everybody tapping in. Man, this video right here is gonna be something powerful. And let me make sure that my shit's up and working. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. Welcome, everybody. So we're gonna be talking about Nature Boy student fucking up again. Okay, and mind you, I've already spoke to this guy one time already. Okay, and I already checked him. I already thought I checked him. Damn near almost 8 months ago. But just like we know that there is two sections of Nature Boy followers. Okay, you have his official loyal students, which they put avatar dot next to their name, or by nature or immortal. Okay, then you have the hidden group of men that actually follow Nature Boy. Okay, and these men are actually, they don't put immortal in front of the name, they don't put avatar. Okay, they steal his techniques, they show up to his live, they implement his same abusive tactics on their girlfriends or on their partners, and it's the same behavior, it's the same pattern again, guys. So man, when we get into this and we start diving into the story, guys, and y'all start hearing what really went on, and just to re-trigger y'all's memory, guys, again, I'm talking about a guy named Isaiah. Okay, a guy named Isaiah. And the reason why this is important, because he did my goddess wrong. Okay, he did my queen wrong. And the reason why it been having this build was because I already spoke about, I already addressed him already. Okay, I've already checked this out already. Like, man, we already had a deep conversation on live. It's already recorded, a 2-hour conversation about how he can fix his ways, how he can do better, where he messed up at. Okay, and just to find out that 5 to 6 months later, oh no, ain't none of one of my queens left. No, y'all gonna worry about that. We're talking about another Nature Boy student, right? A guy that y'all probably know of, but he doesn't have avatar next to his name. And his name's Isaiah. And if y'all want me to pull up his page, I'll pull up his page real quick just to show y'all. But, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when people don't do shit the right way, they repeat the same mistakes. Okay, so we thought that he was done watching Nature Boy. Okay, after the live stream, he said he was done watching him. He said that that wasn't his Messiah. Then we end up finding out that he was just hiding it. Okay, he was watching it low key. Okay, and man, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all guys this guy right here. Hold on, guys. Right here. This guy right here. Hold on. This guy right here. Okay. This guy right here. I'm letting you know who this guy is. Y'all probably seen him. And if you want me to flip my camera, let me grab my phone. I'm gonna flip it around real quick. Man, we get into this shit today. Man, we're getting into this shit today. And we're gonna bring a special guest on here, guys. So we're talking about this guy right here. Steezy, yeah. Oh yeah, man, we're definitely gonna talk about this guy right here. And this guy isn't who he claims to be. All this shit that you see him talking, all this shit you see him doing right here, all this shit is fake as fuck. Because behind closed doors, he's abusing his women. First of all, he abused Delina, which is my goddess already, and their ex-previous relationship. And after I did a live exposing that and talking to him about it, he was dating a girl at the time that he was abusing as well. And I don't mean physically abusing, guys. And I wasn't in the relationship, so she might have different stories to tell. But this is the guy who we're talking about. Toxic masculinity, right? He tries to play like he's knowledgeable, right? Emotional intelligence in relationships when he basically had a whole girlfriend at the time, right? And it's wild as fuck. It's wild as hell. And we're going to tap into all this, guys. We're going to get into all this. But as I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring on, our special guest. And, man, we're going to get, we're going to introduce her. Guys, we're in a little back room right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if she wants to join and bring her on. And we going, man, get it popping, man. We're going to get it popping, man. I want y'all to out. That's a fact. Oh, no, that's a fact. If there was any white woman, hey, goddess.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, how are you? Oh, you look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, thank you for coming on here. I know that that you're a very busy woman with your career and what you're doing in your life. So I appreciate you giving me time to, hear your story, to be able to talk to you about it and to really, heal through this. And hopefully, we can get a response and he can actually join the live. If not, come up here and hopefully, answer to his bullshit. You feel me? And for me, I feel like this is necessary because I've already spoke on this, man. I've already spoke to him already.
Yeah.
I've already spoke his ass already. And for him to do what he did to you, that irks the fuck out of me because I thought that he already learned. I thought that, that man was exposed and that he, it saw his ways and that he was on a better path. But I'm assuming he was, I'm assuming I was wrong. So if you want to introduce yourself, you don't got to give yourself your name, but you can tell me your Instagram name and things like that. And just a little bit about yourself before we dive into the story.
Yeah, so I'm just Goddess Baby, and yeah, I was dating a guy who was a Nature Boy student, and just a lot of stuff that I wasn't aware of because I wasn't following Nature Boy and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, that was kind of revealed afterward why things were happening and stuff. So.
Okay, so and I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. So you did not know about Nature Boy prior to dating him, right? Mm-hmm. And to catching him watching the videos. Okay, so is Delina already explained in the past live about 8 months ago that he used to show her videos, play the music, in my tent with her in the car. Mm-hmm. Was he watching it around you? Was he hiding it? Like how was he getting his daily dose?
Yeah, so I don't know. When I was first introduced to it, yeah, he would show me the videos, but I didn't know that I was trying to secretly get programmed to, mm-hmm. This man was teaching. So he would show me the videos, and then when I first seen it, I was like, "What the fuck is this? I'm not about to watch this." So I kind of was like, "Don't play that around me, or I don't want that frequency around me or whatever." So, I wasn't really aware what this guy was about like that,
Wow, and man, it's crazy. And man, we're gonna get into what happened to you and what you went through because I think that what you went through is what other women in the camp has went through as well. Mm-hmm. They're different level than you, and a lot of people may not know who you are. A lot of people may not know that there's a secret group of men, okay, that study underneath Nature Boy, that don't have Avatar dot next to their name, or don't have Immortal next to their name, or don't have By Nature or any of the carbonation lingo next to their shit. But they still study from him. They still watch from him. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they take bits and pieces and they implement it within their world. So.
Yeah, that's a big thing because I thought when I was dating this person, I thought all this information was coming from their stream of consciousness. Who would have known everything that this person was saying was totally from Nature Boy once I began to watch his videos. I'm like, this is the same jargon, the same language that I started to notice all of them were speaking of, so.
And we're talking about carbonation, melanation, the whole Nature Boy fiasco. He basically teaches men on how to aggressively abuse women, spiritually, mentally, psychically, sexually, even sometimes physically, and they create more curses, is what they call it, more trauma, stigmas, more hurt than what they actually do, create good. And I don't want you to get into what happened to you yet because I want to play this little clip that you sent me, and I want to get into that as well. And we're going to talk about this other girl that got involved and that got brainwashed by Isaiah as well. So where do we want to begin? Like, where do you want to begin, Queen?
I'm open. Like I said, I'm just trying to. My purpose here is just to kind of share my story and just to help women because, when I did come out and tell my story, I didn't know like so many women reached out to me who went through the same thing, and that's kind of what compelled me. Because at first I was, embarrassed as hell. So, that like just kind of made me want to just go ahead and talk about it. So.
Oh yeah, and I really admire and appreciate what you're doing because there's gonna be other women that maybe, been getting rocked to sleep or getting like put underneath the tractor beam or falling for the rhetoric of all these different men out here. And if they hear your story, they might see that, man, I'm going through similar red flags within my world as well. And it may not be the same lingo or the same rhetoric that Nature Boy's talking, but it's the same type of lingo. It's the same type of cadence. It's the same type of energy that's behind these different walls, these different veils. You can definitely screen record this, Actualist 9. We definitely want y'all to send this video out. And I'm going to go ahead and like type the IG that I want y'all to send this to as well. So I'm going to show y'all again who I want y'all to send this to. Because they need an answer for their shit, bro. Like just like men like on some real shit. Like they need an answer for their shit. And we're here as black men in 2020, man. Like we're here to uplift our community, uplift black women, man. We're here to change what my grandfather and fathers were doing.
Like I say, it's a whole lot of manipulative cats out here, man. It's out here running game. It just so happened that Duhkulu be scalping their ass.
Play and act like he's this spiritual guru, this spiritual nigga that got all this knowledge, that got a Corvette and all this shit. But he is abusing women. He's, oh my gosh, girl. Like, Goddess, when we get into your story and when we get into the actual shit, and I'm break down how, right? How it's all connected to carbonation. And one of his homeboys named Dylan KF, right, was just in Nature Boy's live, if not a week ago. Okay? So I'm going to show you how they're all connected and how what I believe is what is modern day human trafficking, but passed through relationships. And I'm going to talk about this on a deeper level in another build, but I'm going to show you the red flags, okay? So
I know Dylan. I'm actually like I've been cool with Dylan, but
we went over Dylan too.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know the nigga like that. You feel me? And if you in a live with Nature Boy, you know what I mean, and you not at that nigga's neck, you with that nigga. You feel me?
Right.
Like you support abusive women. You support that toxic poly shit. You support that that submissive non-intelligent woman that he wants. You know what I mean? It's to me, I feel like black women come in all shapes and forms, whether they be submissive, whether they be alpha, whether they be whatever. You know what I mean? Masculine, like they come in all beautiful forms. You know what I mean? Like just like so. And I know he's your friend, so I know you're not gonna really speak, like negative on him. But shit, I don't know the nigga. You feel me? And I'm not speaking for you. I have my own opinion. You have your own opinion. So I just want that to be clear as well. So let's get into it. Okay. So before we play the audio and things like that, so walk us through about this guy Isaiah, right? So give the people an idea about what he portrays online versus what he is in real life before we get into the audio.
Yeah, I just think like one of the reasons why I was dating him and stuff is because I feel like I was one of those people that was really trying to see beneath the ego and all, right? So I feel like online he just portrayed like a person that he's not really that's not really who he is at the core. That's how I personally felt with like my experience with him. And that became more like stronger, like especially when things came to me, when I was being disrespected in certain ways, when I was being kept secret in certain ways, when he was trying to portray he wasn't in a relationship and like he had all these women that he's posting, every woman that he knows he's gonna post them with some hard eyes acting like they're dating, so that was disrespectful to me, and I addressed that with him. And my whole thing was I never wanted our relationship to be public. Like I was on that hype where you know about us, but you don't know what's going on. But I feel like when we started dating, he was the one that was always posting me. He was the one trying to put it out there, like, look, I got her.
Well, I can tell you, I don't mean to interrupt you, but with Delina, he tried to take the same Nature Boy shit by having the queen by his side, out in nature doing the talking shit. So I can kind of see how he was trying to create that with you in a certain sense. But I can tell by just speaking with you off camera and getting to know you a little bit that I have, that you're a very private person. You're a very person that likes your privacy. You know what I mean? You like to spend your own personal time with nature. Like you don't need to show it online to people, So I definitely like see that. So you said that he played like y'all weren't dating, right? But from your perspective, you like y'all were together, right?
Well, we were like, our relationship was hella complicated because even the time like when we did break up, we technically didn't even like really break up. We were like trying to break up, but like
Yeah.
like really. And I honestly felt like things went wrong like after he went live with you, like because
Okay, so hold on. So let's rewind because I want to talk about that real quick and how you and I got actually introduced almost 10 months ago, 9 months ago. When I exposed him the first time. But when you say that 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 it was kind of like complicated, I'm gonna just tell you, as a man, we complicate shit so we can have the plausible deniability, so we can go out and cheat. I'm gonna be real. So
already
like,
knowing.
let's be honest, right? So you wanted to be in a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And only him, right?
We broke up randomly. I just woke up one morning and he was on live with Nature Boy, and Nature Boy was talking about why do we get in relationships, and then he was like, oh, why do we get in a relationship? Nature Boy says this, so we broke up. Like it was hella random. Like I thought we were in a good space. I was hella thrown off. I was at work and shit. I'm like, what the hell? Like
yeah, bro. And that's crazy. So I just want people to know that when you say things like that, that from your perspective, that you were actually thinking that y'all were going to be in a legit relationship. You know what I mean? And mind you, he was studying from Nature Boy. Mind you, I've already exposed it. Like we already exposed it. Like Elena already talked about it and everything like that. So I just want to like lay the context before we dive in. So let's talk about how you and I met, because that's a very interesting story. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go. So
Okay.
I pretty much like, I remember at that time that you were on live with Nature Boy, and then you had brought up Isaiah's name.
Yeah.
And then from there, like I went onto your page and I'm like, all right, who is this dude? Like speaking on my dude, you feel me? So I try to pop in or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think I said I'm his girl, I'm his ex or something. And then like I talking to you or whatever, and then like you were just dead ass like, this is what happened, and like we're gonna expose him, and I was just dead ass like trying to
bro, you were defending him. Yo, so when we first met, right, she hit my DMs talking about, why this, why that, like trying to get an understanding on why I'm about to expose him, and when I, like gave her the information, and she didn't believe it. Obviously because she was writing and loyal to her man. Mind you, you didn't know about the whole carbonation, the whole Nature Boy fiasco. Like you didn't know about the whole shit that he's doing, so you were just a woman, like an innocent bystander in this, you know what I mean? Just following and being loyal to your man, which I appreciate, which I respected. And in the live stream that I did almost 10 months ago, I give you that respect and tell you that, man, that he has a queen that's loyal as fuck to him. So, and that's one reason why I like respected you so much, was because like without any bullshit, like you were defending your man, even if you had the facts in front of you, but you had to see it for yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I told you in the message almost 10 months ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward to after the live. Okay. So what? So how did the relationship begin to wither away or begin to become turbulent after the live stream?
I feel like because like when I jumped into your live, like I don't know who it was, but I guess people were probably like telling him like, what the hell is she like doing in your live? And his ego, so he probably felt some type of way about that. And like some things that you were saying, I agreed. And like if people know me, like people know I don't give a fuck if it's like my mom, my best friend, I'm gonna tell straight up. Like I'm just that person that's just blunt. So it's some things that I did agree with, that with you that I did, tell him about. But like he knew at the end of the day, like I had his back, and I did. The whole purpose of me doing this was to save his image, was for you guys not to expose him,
So how did that transition into, fights and things like that? Because is when we spoke off camera a little bit, you mentioned how he used to hide watching Nature Boy, because he used to do it openly in front of Delina and whatever woman that he was with prior. But then he started to hide it with you after I did the live stream.
Did that because I wasn't like into. I'm not like
you weren't fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't just with that frequency. So I just noticed like he would have his earphones in. I would like look over. He's watching Nature Boy, like shit like that.
Yeah, but he be hiding that bitch. bro, he be curled up, bro, in like a fetal position on the couch on the blankets, like listening to Nature Boy. That's the most craziest shit. Like what real man does that? What real man that's building for his family, building for his life, watches another man that hasn't built shit? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? And for me, he's just learning how to program. So let's talk about polygamy, because this is a topic that is what caused a big division between you, between you guys, right? So let's talk about that. So how did polygamy play a big role to y'all's relationship?
I just wasn't polygamous, and he pretty much like we got into a relationship like when I first seen like the whole date thing. I was like, oh no, like when I seen with Delina and stuff, I was like, whoa. Like I'm not fucking with that, So from there, like we just like decided we would become friends, and then like trying to do the friendship thing, whatever, until like one day he was just saying how he just wanted to be with me and he wanted to be monogamous. So he portrayed like this image to me, like he just wanted to be with me. And I came to realize later that was just fake,
So basically he told you that so he can get you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I guarantee you at the time, like he wasn't like, I guarantee you at the time he wasn't really balling like that. Like he wasn't really like he just needed somebody. Like he's one of those guys that always has to have somebody. He can never just be by himself. Like he can never just be with himself. He always has to have another woman that he has when one's about to fall loose. He always has to have something else to distract him from being with himself. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So you obviously you're not polygamous. Okay, that's something that you're not part of, which I perfectly respect. So like tell me how he was trying to convince you to be polygamous. So he would bring it up randomly sometimes, or like how did that like come about? Like how would he bring it up?
Yeah, I remember like one time he tried to say like, oh, like what will happen? Like just say like you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Like what if like a woman just came into our relationship? And I was like what? Why would you even ask me that? Like, and first of all, how is you worried about another woman?
Why are you thinking like that?
We in the beginning of our relationship, how you already focused on another woman? Like I'm just like, bro, what? And that's like suddenly after that, like things just went downhill. So
that's clown shit, bro. That's clown shit, bro. Like
looking back, that just kind of showed me that was his intentions all along. So that whole me wanting to be monogamous, and like I don't even like people know I don't even claim monogamy or polygamy, but just saying like, oh, he like just wanted to be with me. That was all just
Okay. And that's a shame, man. And for you men out there that think about being polygamous, man, don't date a woman that wants to be monogamous. Don't try to change her. You know what I mean? If she doesn't get it the first time, or if that's something that's something that she already has thought about, or something that she's not really open to when it's, like brought up to her, leave it at bay. Man, don't fuck with that shit, because he's watching Nature Boy, so he's trying to find every way possible.
I don't even do with the whole monogamy thing. So I don't do nothing. I let dudes have whatever freedom they want, but dudes who are not secure within themselves, who feel like they always need to fill their void, take advantage of that and cheat. Right. I don't look through dudes' phones. I'm not telling dudes they should stop talking to these women. Like they can talk to whoever they want, but just respect me. Like I don't have those. I don't have restrictions and possession over people I date.
And that's real. That's real as fuck. And it's like he was watching Nature Boy, trying to learn techniques to try to persuade you to do polygamy. That's what I believe he was doing. And when he realized that it wasn't working,
he would say I was the girl and he was like Nature Boy. Like his main lady, the main girl, he would say that was me, because I don't think she was polygamous either or something.
Yeah, I don't think she's into polygamy. Velvet or Eliana. Yeah, I don't think she's into polygamy. That's wild as fuck, bro. That's crazy as fuck, man. Like, and it makes me upset because, like, I've already spoke to this nigga face to face, online, and this nigga basically threw away Nature Boy at that live stream. But just to see that he went low key with it, and he's probably still watching Nature Boy to this day. He is, because we know, because his friend Dylan, who tuned into the live stream, just joined Nature Boy's live stream damn near a week ago. It's talking about how his best friend Isaiah, and then watch him. So he's still watching it. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I want to talk about what happened to you. And you don't have to go into strict details and things like that. But if you want to give the people kind of an idea of what you went through, and when you hear what she went through in the idea form, like, you're gonna see how it kind of relates to what other women have went through that were part of that camp. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, like, I don't mind, like, doing it for you.
Yeah, so I was dating a guy. I was dating him, and I got pregnant, had a miscarriage. I was like, I had no support and had a miscarriage. Didn't hear from him after. Didn't hear from him during my miscarriage, and
yeah, and I like, I know that you're still dealing with that. You're still feeling from that, and I'm not gonna ask you to go deeper into detail, but just from what you said, guys, like, I want you to listen, right? He got her pregnant, mind you, right? They haven't even been dating damn near 2 years, right? Got her pregnant. We see that taking place with the carbonation right now. They always get the girls pregnant. Okay? Every nigga that's part of that camp gets their girl pregnant. Okay? Now, why is this important? Because you said that he wasn't there for the miscarriage, or wasn't there for the pregnancy, which I believe wasn't there for pregnancy.
Yeah, I had a really rough miscarriage. Like, I was like really sick and stuff, like really just really bad. And I was telling him, like, I need help. I wasn't eating. I couldn't get out of bed, like, just hella shit. Nowhere to go. I had to reach out to her for him to get a response for him, like 5 days later. Went through my miscarriage. He totally ignored me. Like, yeah, so.
And that pisses me off because, me and you talked about the time frame. And, like, that's between you and I. But at the time that he was doing this nigga's doing lives with other females on his fucking Instagram while you're in bed going through what you're going through, and he's nowhere to be found. That shit pisses me the fuck off, because that's that shame shit that keeps our communities in this toxic state. The same shit that creates trauma, trust issues, and shit like that. Like, luckily, like, you're self-aware of yourself. Like, luckily, like, you're not part of the original Matrix and still tapped into that world. You know what I mean? Because you would have expressed it a whole different type of way.
Yeah, and just how I processed it and was able to just, I'm like a fucking Buddhist monk. I like able to, let shit go, and So I just want, like say it one more time, and then we're gonna get into this other goddess as well. That when you realize what he did to her, you realize, guys, bro, this shit is fucking crazy to me, bro. Like, this shit is crazy for me. He said, "Here, you better." Nah, she's not polygamous, and she's her own woman, and you feel me? Like, that's my friend. You feel me? So, man, I'm good on that. If anything, Isaiah should have treated him, or like, treated her right the first place, and we wouldn't be in this position. You feel me? So, if the nigga was a man, and if the nigga held his nuts and didn't be a bitch and watch Nature Boy and fuck with these pseudo poly gurus who have nothing in their life, he would have been there for his woman. And he wouldn't have been talking to another woman behind her back while she's fucking pregnant. And the problem is, it's the problem that why shit like this keeps on happening is because we don't have men that check each other. We don't have, when a man is beating on a woman, we don't have dudes that are out there like, hey, why you putting your hands on her? Like, being a man, like,
Bro,
like on this type of shit.
You got Dylan, bitch ass, right here. You got it's Zimmy right here. I guarantee you these are men, his homeboys. Why did y'all check his ass? She was damn near pregnant, bro. Going through pains, going through that shit alone while your homeboy online posting shit about his Corvette. What type of man is you, Dylan? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Well, I don't think Dylan. I don't know if he knew. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, if he did it, then I apologize. You feel me? But to me, man, I assume if you're your friend, then you know that shit. You feel me? Because us men, like, we talk about that shit. So, but before we get into the audio, because I'm gonna calm a little bit down, because we just have fuck men, fuck boys, men within our community, and they promote other fuck boys to keep doing fuck boy shit.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's my problem, and that's why, like, people come at me crazy, because, like, people don't understand. Like, I'm not that type of person, but when people come at me sideways and stuff, that's when, this a whole other shadow side of the goddess come out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And I won't stop.
So just to give people a quick synopsis, so I've already called out this nigga Isaiah, and if y'all need his page again, I'll show you. Like, one more time. I already called this nigga out already 8 months ago. I'll send y'all the live stream. I'll post it on my page. I already checked this nigga for doing one goddess, which is my goddess now, wrong as fuck. Okay? Mind you, he was dating Goddess Bebe at the time when I checked his ass. She defended him, was in my DMs defending him because I was about to expose him, which shows her loyalty, shows her where her heart's at. So, mind you, now after I talk with him, right, shit goes downhill from there. He starts hiding watching Nature Boy. He starts hiding this shit. He starts trying to manipulate you by asking questions. So what if, all these what if scenarios, these thought experiments, as if you're trying to plant it in your subconscious mind or some shit like that. Trying to get you familiar with thinking of the idea of another woman in your life. That's how it began. And that's what he was doing. Bro, if you're focused on the relationship with you and what y'all were building, because I'm pretty sure he sold you a tale and sold you a fairy tale that he wanted to build all this, he wanted to grow all this, he wanted to do all this shit. Are they talking about what it's like? But why was he, if he was doing all that shit, why was he focused on trying to bring another woman into y'all's relationship?
Mm-hmm.
See, that lets you know that he wasn't truly focused.
Know what he wanted, though.
Huh?
He didn't know what he wanted.
Exactly. And he still don't know what he wants. Because the woman that he's with now, that he's trying to hide her offline, right? He convinced her out of a relationship. And we're going to talk about this for a little bit, and I'm going to get the audio real quick. So while you were going through what you were going through, he was obviously messaging this other woman. I'm going to just say her name. Is that okay with you? Her name is Divinely Her. I'll pull up her Instagram for y'all guys. Divinely Her. And I'm going to pull up her Instagram for y'all guys. Because y'all think this shit's a game, man. Y'all think this shit is a game. So it's kind of explained to the people, y'all's relationship. You and Divinely's her relationship. She's going to try to say that, y'all weren't friends, y'all weren't this, y'all weren't that, to try to...
We were best friends. So the fact that we weren't besties, I wasn't her best friend, it made it okay.
See, that's some fuck shit, man. That's some fuck girl shit. And that's some fuck girl shit. So let me show you this girl right here. And for the people that don't know... man, this is her right there. I'm gonna bring that up. I apologize for bringing up a shot. But this is her right here. Okay? This is her, Divinely Her.
And I guess it's not really bringing it to light. Oh, I guess it is, because when I came out about the situation, I had said this earlier in the live, but just talking about it now, because a lot of people reached out to me saying that they went through the same thing. So
yeah. So, and this is crazy because she was in my DMs after that live stream I did with Isaiah, talking shit about Isaiah. So she was texting Isaiah damn near 10 months ago.
When I hung out with her and her baby dad and stuff, she was talking shit about Isaiah. So how do you go from someone that was talking? How do you go from someone who was defending you to someone who's talking shit about you? That's some clown shit.
Okay, exactly, bro, exactly. So while you were going through your your hospital stuff, your bed stuff, your pregnancy, he was running game on her. And mind you, she was in a relationship. So I want to talk about this, right? So she was in a relationship for damn near 2 to 3 to 4 years with this nigga. I'm not going to say his name, right? But then she had a baby, a child with this guy, right? So she created a family, a bond with this man. Now, while you were going through what you were going through, he was convincing her to leave her man and break up their family to be with him.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know that because people were.
I know that. No, I know. I'm telling you what I know.
People were warning me about her. People were warning me about her. People were sending me her stories and shit and saying that she was posting sublims. And I did think it was kind of coincidental, how I would post something. It would kind of seem like a counter argument or something. Mm-hmm. And then,
yeah, shade.
Yeah.
And the reason why, I know this outside of the other information that I have, and I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna post it as well. He did the same thing to Delina. Mind you, they were together, and she did not know that he was texting a whole nother queen behind her back, and then brought them on a date together.
Yeah, I had just met him during that time, so I was just
So think about this. So he was dating Delina, talking to a whole nother queen behind Delina's back, and then he met you.
Mm-hmm.
What real king does that? Right? Mind you, me and Delina have been in a relationship for almost a year and 2 months now. She's polygamous. He could have easily, said, yo, and then they could have easily both of them messaged that girl together and made this shit work. Why do you have to go behind her back? That just shows that he's doing this shit for sexual and demonic purposes. He's not doing it for righteous and family building and nation building and ancestral purposes.
Oh, I know that for sure. I dated him during his most heaviest times when he was a real Nation Boy student. So I know it's for those reasons.
Yeah. And so let's go back to Divinely Her because she plays a big role. So and I'm going to show you how this is all connected to carbonation. Okay. It's Isaiah.
The crazy thing is, and like with the whole conscious journey, I feel like I sacrificed a lot of myself because I was trying to save him from Nature Boy. I was trying to warn him about this dude. Like, don't get caught up with this dude. Like, you feel me? Like, this shit's crazy as hell.
Bro, like, especially after I exposed him.
I was trying to show him, like, real spirituality. Like, not this fake shit, like, fucking misogynist shit. Like, you feel me?
Facts. And I agree with you because you showed me some of the videos that you watch and that you listen to. And I can tell that those brothers, like, those are real elders. You know what I mean? So he just chose to watch that fuck shit. You know what I mean? Because of what reason? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have a good reason. Because people who follow him tend to have got abused in their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's people who gravitate towards that frequency tend to have had similar experiences like Nature Boy and all the people had in their childhood. So it doesn't surprise me that he gravitated towards them rather than Dr. Phil Valentine or Bobby Hemmett. Like you watch all the time, or other people like Dr. Delbert Blair. So I want to go back to Divinely Her because she plays a big role. So she was she already developed a family with her baby daddy at the time, her child, and her. Isaiah convinced her out of that relationship. Because if Isaiah was not in her life, she would still be in that relationship today. I guarantee it.
I kind of gotta disagree with that. I don't know what they were going through in their situation. I can't speak ill on them because I wasn't through that. I don't know that for sure.
Okay. And I may be wrong a little bit, but I'm taking about what I see from carbonation and I'm applying it to what I know about Isaiah. So for example, right, we've seen Nature Boy convince women to leave their children, to leave their husbands, to leave their marriages, to leave their families to be with them.
I found out this year, like just watching other people's video, like another big person who does the expose, and I'm pretty sure I know who that, watching his videos and stuff and his debates, didn't even know they was debating. Like I was not even aware of these people like at all.
Yeah. So the same thing that Nature Boy has done, that Musa has done, that all these other people has done, has convinced these women to leave their children, their families, their husbands, whatever, to be with them. He did to her, whether they having issues or whatever. Every relationship has issues. But if you have a dude that's telling you that your dude ain't shit and you're better, that you're polygamous and the dudes that she's with's not, she's gonna vibrate or be more attuned to that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So he was planting seeds in her mind, and that could have stimulated into her causing arguments and fights. Like for example, right? If I listen to another woman outside my relationship and she's telling me, hey, watch out for your goddesses doing this and that, and I start listening to what she says, that's gonna start changing my mind about my queens, which is gonna change my energy, which my behavior, which will manifest into arguments, huh?
Yeah, that's how the whole shit started. When I heard she was talking shit about being, that's how it really started. That's what made me want to say something. I'm like, okay, you have all this shit to say, now y'all quiet.
Bruh.
Okay,
so
now y'all quiet.
Wait, so how long after you had your miscarriage and you went through
right after I dropped the fucking baby, like damn.
Like give me a time frame. 2 weeks?
Literally, like yes. It was already suspicion. Like it was already suspicion. People were already telling me. And I was just like, nah, like she's dating my partner. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. Like, and I'm like, I'm cool with her. Like we hang out like I was like, that's just my problem because like I'm too nice. I be expecting people not gonna do shit like that to me. I always be taking up for people. And I was doing the same shit for her. Like, nah, like it's not even like that. And it was like that. Like,
bro, that's facts. That's facts. And and I want to paint the picture the right way. So while you were going through your shit lonely, going through your pregnancy, not having nobody there, nobody to, that brings you snacks, bring you things to rub your back, to massage, like to do shit that a woman should have done to her by her man while she's pregnant. He wasn't doing that. He was in her DMs, convincing her, and then as soon as you release and go through what you're going through, your traumatic experience, a week later, 2 weeks later, he's booed up with her. Mind you, she has a daughter. So how could he be a father figure to her daughter if he's not even taking care of his own child that's within your womb? And that's what pissed me off, bro. Like, that's what pisses me off, because that's that same nigga shit. That's that same bitch ass shit. That's that same carbonation shit that destroys our community and that destroys our women. So, like, do you want me to go ahead and get to the recording, because I want to show people the fakeness.
Go for it.
The fakeness. Mind you guys, so I still have my recording up as well. Hold on. So let me show you guys, because I still have my recording on as well. Y'all go to my page and look at it. I'm not gonna play it in this build, but you can go over here and hear. I think it's on my IG. Like right here. You can hear it.
I just wanted to reach out to you after just kind of hearing the full 360 of the story and just getting all
right. So that's Divinely Her. I have it on my IG story if you want to listen to her talking shit about the guy she's with now, literally 8 months, 9 months ago. Crazy how people switch up. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip you sent me, Goddess, and feel free to like tell me to pause it and stop it, because I know that she's gonna try to paint herself in this positive light. But I want you to actually, break the shit down and in full context for us, please.
Yeah, so first and foremost, she's seen everything because she's a stalker. Her and her friends were watching everything. As long as that whole thing. So she was watching, she unfollowed me because she all of a sudden wasn't resonating, just out of the blue. She wasn't resonating, then she started dating Isaiah, so come on now. So yeah, she was still watching, and then while I'm saying what I gotta say catches her attention. She come at me sideways at first. I'm like, okay, and then she decides like, okay, let's go live. I'm like, I'm not going live with you because I don't owe you that. Like, what the fuck you gonna say? What the fuck you gotta say to me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like what can she say, bruh? After she played to be your friend or an acquaintance or whatever the fuck that she wants to call it now, right? Dating one of your good friends. Bro, in a multiple year relationship, had a baby, then after you go through your traumatizing experience, she's with that same nigga that traumatized you 2 weeks later. That's some snake shit.
After her baby daddy kind of told her like in the moment, like what was happening and stuff, she's like, oh my God, like don't be afraid to reach out. I'm here for you, sis. She's saying all of that. Like, girl, bye. And like, oh, like you better than him, block him, all this stuff. Like, she's saying that so she can like ease her way in.
Bruh, facts. And so that you wouldn't, so that you would be distracted and looking the other way, and it's just wild. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and just tell me when to stop it, and I'll pause it, and then we'll keep playing it, okay?
All righty.
Hello. Hey. Okay, thank you for calling. I definitely, was in a space because, it's been like weeks since you've been posting and stuff, but then I seen it, at first.
Right, that's Divinely Her, guys, by the way. Because mind you, as Goddess Baby has already came out and posted everything that she wanted to say, and exposed the whole situation, and then, she watched it and then blocked her, and then wanted to call her back. It's the most stupidest shit, most childish shit in the world. Like, she couldn't just have a conversation with you straight up. She had to do all this other shit, But that's Divinely Her.
I addressed her the first time. I said, I already know the reason why. Like, that's when I first came out and said, I said, know the reason why you're all of a sudden not resonating, because I heard, for one, you was talking shit, and two, is because Isaiah was the one that told me in the beginning that you wanted him. He was the one, and he tried, and in this clip, he tries to lie and say, oh, I never said that, or she says, like, oh, Isaiah said he never said that. Tell him put that on something.
See, the dude Isaiah is a whole live clown. And who she's talking about now, is the sister Divinely Her. Like, when I show Isaiah before, we was talking about Divinely Her I might have to track down that video, you know what I'm saying? Or either I'll just post a few photos or whatever and show you who she is. But the purpose of this live stream right here, special edition, is to show you how there's people other than just Babaji. It's people other than just Nature Boy that's out here running game on these women throughout these communities. And we need to be aware of this shit. Because a lot of the people that's affiliated with Babaji, they don't have the avatar on their name, nor do they have the immortal or any of that stuff. They don't even be following Nature Boy. They just be back in the cut. They be listening to what the fuck he be saying. They'll put the Puff Daddy remix on it and then try to finesse these women, y'all.
That he never said, oh, he was talking about Brother Peace or whatever, and then saying like, oh yeah, I can tell that she want me, like she want my energy, she want a man that could dominate me. And that's when I said, nigga, you couldn't even dominate me with my motherfucking hormones in my pregnancy. Like, so get the fuck out of here.
Yo, that's how you know. That sounds just like Nature Boy. What, like that same? And people who, bro, like people who peep that shit, no, that's Nature Boy comment. He says that same exact shit.
He was saying like he was denying all that. I was like, okay, tell him put that on something. Tell him to come out and say that he never said that shit.
Bruh, and that's facts. So let's get to it, man.
I just want to say, like, I definitely understand where you're coming from as far as feeling betrayed or feeling hurt or feeling like you've been done wrong. Like, I understand because the way that shit looks as far as, yeah, me and Isaiah are talking.
So she admits that her and Isaiah are talking, which is, she's lying. They're more than that. We've seen all the videos of them in the Corvette. We've seen the other Instagram pages posting them. Come on, man. Like, she's lying straight up to you. I mean, you already know that. You feel me? But for the people, it's a shame. Like, she admits that she was talking to Isaiah.
I understand how you can feel like that, you know, but what I had a problem with was the fact that it created a narrative around just that conclusion, you know, without actually seeing how it played out versus, you know, just going off of how you feel and being hurt about the situation and then, you know, trying to get other people to feel the same way you feel off of false information. Especially agreeing to what Duhkulu said. Everything Duhkulu said in that comment was absolutely false. Me and Peace wasn't even together for 4 years.
Girl, stop trying to be technical now. Stop trying to be, we weren't together for almost 4 exact years. Oh my gosh, 3 years and 6 months. Come on. My nigga, like, bro, like, this shit's crazy. You feel me? Y'all were in a relationship for damn near 2 to 4 years. It doesn't matter how long specifically. No one gives a fuck about that.
Right.
You were in a long relationship with this nigga.
The point is, y'all was in a long ass relationship.
Exactly. But she's trying to be technical, and then trying to use that to say that what I said was false. Stop trying to play games, girl. Like, we see the game.
Like, it was just everything was just false information. So, yeah, I just want to, you know, give more clarity on what actually happened if you're interested in that, so that you won't feel like somebody snaked you, or you won't feel like somebody did you wrong.
No, honey knuckles, we're talking about Divinely Her. Divinely Her. Go look her up on Instagram. I'll show y'all a picture after this, but we gotta get to the recording.
You can't trust nobody or whatever. I mean, from this.
What's up? Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting that's you and thing, not you speaking.
Situation, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, you talking to my ex after I'm the one that was telling you shit that was going on with me and my ex. So that's some snake ass shit. So,
Wait, one more time. Say that one more time.
I say you're talking to my ex. That's some snake ass shit. I was the one that was coming to you, and you were talking about Brother Peace. I was talking about Isaiah. Like we've had those conversations. So like, you don't think that's some snake ass shit?
So I don't feel like we ever got really, really deep into conversation. Like we have.
Okay.
Mind, listen to that. She says in this part, she says she didn't say that. Just peep that.
Yeah.
Peep.
And then listen to what she says later.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, we had like 3 conversations, right or wrong.
Of course you feel that way. You're gonna try to take that and run with it, okay? That's fine.
I'm not trying to. If you have a different perspective or a different like actuality that happens, let me know. Like, I'm not in the space to, like, the way that I work is that, like, I'm open to new truths. I understand that everything is perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware that you have your perspective of the way the situation went down, and I'm aware that I have my perspective. And you're not wrong, and neither am I. So it's like coming to a common ground as far as, like, understanding each other and what actually went on.
It don't matter if I didn't have a conversation with you or not.
to do anything dirty to you.
But that's what you did, whether or not. Did you know that we were in a relationship? You knew we were in a relationship, right? So that you knew we were in a relationship.
Period. I mean, you guys were in a relationship. You never spoke on that level when y'all was in a relationship.
Girl, all right.
I mean, it is what it is. Whether you want to believe it or not is up to you. And I'm not forcing you to believe me. But I'm not a person that has any reason.
What about it?
Divinely Ho, she trying to like believe her own lies, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's a fact. She's creating their own narrative. She's trying to paint their own narrative because they have yet to come out and announce the relationship because there's so much heat behind the motherfucking apps.
They gotta plot. They figure out what they're gonna say first. They can't just come out. They gotta plot strategically how they're gonna come out and say. That's why they quiet all of a sudden.
Exactly.
They should have had that same ass energy. They were no problem was because both of them like I'm shy, like in that whole thing, like me coming out about this is probably a shock to both of them. You know what I'm saying? They probably both thought that this is just something that's gonna fly. Like she's not gonna speak up. She's so passive. Like I'm done. Like this year, like no, I'm speaking out on everything. So
good. Don't let nobody harbor your voice or let nobody shun your voice because your voice needs to be heard.
Facts.
Lie to you. I'm not like there's no reason for me to lie to you. If I was gonna lie, I wouldn't have gotten the phone and tried to talk to you about anything.
You just trying to clear how you look on your end because that's some snake ass shit. It don't matter regardless. Like some street shit. Like I would be beating your ass. You feel me? Like you don't do that type of shit. Whether we had one conversation too or not, you don't do that shit. You feel me? That's
so what you're saying basically is that the fact of the matter is
she's not a victim. Handway, because I already posted a video of her in my DMs 9 months ago, talking shit about Isaiah. Saying that she sees his manipulative ways. She sees that he's learning from Nature Boy. It's on my IGTV. It's almost 6 minutes long. Got 661 views. Go look it up.
Yeah, I'm not bashing a woman. I'm telling what happened. A woman that snaked me, a woman that I thought was my sis, that I'm confiding in her, telling her what's going on with my relationship with Isaiah, and then goes out and dates him. So I'm not.
Also got to understand too, Goddess Baby, is that when we're spiritual and conscious, that's a whole different level. So when it's proclaim yourself to be conscious or spiritual, right? You tend to have a deeper connection with that person rather than the average person because you know that there's barely anybody talking about this shit. So, when we connect with people, whether it be friends or acquaintances, we have a deeper connection than the average person because they know some knowledge that everybody don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm going to explain this again. You were pregnant at the time, alone, by yourself, going through what you were going through while he was talking to her. And then 2 weeks after you went through your miscarriage and what you went through, they were already together.
And she knew it. She was one of the few people who knew.
She's one of the only people that knew. I didn't know until after this shit already went down. She knew about the pregnancy. She knew what you were going through. She knew that he wasn't there for you. He knew that he wasn't taking care of you. And that's what pissed me off because she has her own daughter. And that daughter needs to have a father figure, whether it be her own baby daddy or some type of father figure in her life. And Isaiah is not a father figure. He couldn't even take care of his own woman with his own child in the womb. But he want to play daddy, play stepdaddy. No, the nigga just wants to fuck and have a girl that is polygamous.
Mm-hmm. And she's a Nature Boy student as well.
And we're going to prove that too.
You feel like you've been done wrong because I'm talking to somebody that you used to talk to?
Girl, yes. Like, I'm sitting here hanging out with you, your daughter, your baby daddy. We over here like, come on now.
Did you not say that piece is your friend?
Notice she did deny that y'all hung out. So when she said earlier, right, that y'all barely had any conversations and all this other shit, that's a lot. Because y'all hung out. You hung out with her daughter, and her baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, Peace is my friend.
Okay, so Peace is your friend. So really we connected through Peace, yes or no?
Yeah, I stated that before.
Okay, so we connected through Peace. I'm obviously going to be cool with who she cool with. Not saying that, I didn't have no intention on actually connecting with you, but obviously our friendship only went to a certain extent.
Had an intention. She had a motive to go after Isaiah. That's why it went to a certain extent. Because it's just certain shit I just started to peep after a while. So yeah.
Do y'all see like what the role play is? Like with a lot of this shit right here, you know, and like I say, Duhkulu, he just so happened to identify with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers be like plotting like hell. I'm telling y'all, man, these motherfuckers be plotting. They'll see a sister and see, you know what I'm saying, she might have like a little baby interest, you know what I'm saying, into the polygamous life or that lifestyle within itself. Right, boy, and then they just jump all the way in. They don't even play with it. That'd be the number one thing that connects them. That's right, to these motherfuckers out here trying to take advantage of them, man. If they see they halfway awoke, you know, they burning sage and you know, shit like that. Yeah, boy, look here, boy, they try to jump up in that giant. They tried to jump all the way up in there. And like I say, when you look at this shit for what it's worth, you know, even looking at the sister, you know what I'm saying, you gotta ask yourself, like, how the hell she fall into that shit? Y'all done had some fucked up relationships too. Y'all done been in some relationships with somebody that ran game on y'all ass too. So don't exclude yourself. Don't act like that this shit can't motherfucking happen, okay? Because it will fucking happen if you allow for the shit to any damn way. Come on, man. We ain't through with this shit yet, man. Let's go, man.
We're gonna bring you back on and we're gonna get the rest of the video. The last live, guys, the phone died. I wasn't able to save it. I wish I didn't save it. It's good. My Wi-Fi is kind of messing up on my other device.
Fucking with him like that before at all. You was talking shit about him.
Okay. Baby, you might send a request.
Yeah, you're gonna get the sister back in the
it's not letting me bring you. There we go.
Shout out to guys, baby.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah. Hey, sorry about all the bullshit. Sorry about all the dudes. Like, there was gonna be trolls defending him. Don't let them bash or dim your light. You feel me? What you went through is what happened to you. You know what happened. You know what you went through with Isaiah. You know what he did to you. Don't let her, him, Dylan, any other bitch ass nigga try to tell you otherwise and try to convince you that your experience wasn't what you experienced. You feel me? So let's get into it. You ready?
Yep.
Whenever I was having that conversation with you, I was not fucking the only interaction I might have had at that time was maybe alive back in December.
So people sending me your stories, and mind you, like, I'm trying to give women the benefit of the doubt because, as you know, I'm for women before they cross me. That's what people get it fucked up because people think I'm all nice and calm and cool and shy until people cross me. That's what people got fucked up at it anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, don't try to twist the story.
Oh man.
Because it like people was one.
Let me interject on that.
And I guess this is where like this.
I think that may be one of the areas as well. You know what I'm saying, that these guys be looking for, man. You know, they look at the vulnerability within the woman. You know, especially when you got women that are saying, you know, I'm not a pushover, I'm not weak, no one's gonna take advantage of me. Them be the ones right there that be getting took advantage of, y'all. Because see, they be playing bait car with their motherfucking ass. Like somebody leave the keys in the car, you know, you walk past, you know, it's a brand new Maserati, you know what I'm saying? It's the keys just in the ignition and stuff. That's bait car. You know that couldn't happen. You don't just have that type of luck. And it's the same way with these dudes that's out here, man. They playing bait car with these sisters, y'all. Come on, man. Let's go,
don't twist it. Like, don't try to twist the story. Because it like people was one. People.
And I guess this is where like the disconnect, but then it's like expression versus interpretation.
I can't make you get it.
How can she tell you that it's interpretation versus whatever the fuck that she said when she's getting her information from Isaiah? She's getting it from a secondhand source. You've experienced it.
Mm.
You're telling your story, right? So she's coming to you with information that is not even legit information because obviously she didn't hear your side of the story. She didn't care to empathize with you because if she did, she wouldn't be dating him. You know, so she's coming to you with just his information. Nobody else's information.
She wasn't trying to let our relation get to a certain extent.
Yes, exactly, because she didn't want to feel guilty for going over her so-called friend or whatever.
Well, I wasn't even cool with you like that. We weren't even friends like that. That's why.
See this?
Yeah.
I just should have listened to. I should have.
You see how this thing going down? It's like women will know other women and then try to pair up with them just to be in a polygamous relationship. Now, in the case of her and Divinely Her, I just feel like this was some snake stuff. You know how it is. You know, if you a woman, and of course, if you don't agree, you know, to at least experience a polygamous relationship, it's kind of foul. You know, when the other woman is throwing salt up in the game, a lot of times it be because the woman may be jealous or intimidated by the woman's, you know, knowledge or just her mere presence and presence alone. That's why you got all this back and forth shit. That's why these guys act like they out here in the motherfucking candy store and shit, just taking advantage over these women because they know not everybody is into the polygamous, you know, lifestyle. And they say, well, hey, you know, let me see if I can get at this one right here. Let me see if she done got rocked to sleep a little bit or whatever. Let me see if I can jump up in that gym jank. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Goddess Bebe up in the chat. That's right. We're gonna make sure that this story and what took place with this clown dude right here, Isaiah, they call himself Isteezy. You know, we're gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, that this don't go like overlooked, man. Because it's a lot of women that's being taken advantage of. And you could be in the chat and be like, oh, she's stupid, oh, she's slow. No, the fuck she ain't, because you probably done got taken advantage of too. You know, a lot of this shit that these motherfuckers be saying, it be sounding good as fuck in the beginning, but, you know, deeply rooted, man, it be a bunch of fucking lies, yo. All of the shit, man, to be honest with you.
Understand though, we move different. I don't move like how you feel me? I don't move like that. Everybody gonna move. That's what I'm saying. I don't do that fake ass shit. Girls like that.
It don't matter if y'all are girls like that. She's a woman. It don't matter if me and this other nigga ain't friends. I'm not gonna go and DM his queen and try to take his queens from him.
Right.
I don't have to be his best friend to respect the relationship.
That's wild.
It's a respecting. She don't respect women. Because if she did, it don't matter if y'all were friends or not.
It don't matter what was going on, period.
Exactly.
And dealing with you and going through these stuff, you never grew up against you got here. We haven't had a few conversations with me. Remember, like I said, I have those conversations every time, like all the time, every day. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? My intention was never that at that time. What I'm telling you is over time, shit changes. Girl, you trying to downplay the situation to save yourself. I didn't feel like our connection was in a place where I owed you anything as far as loyalty, like not fucking with. Of course you did. That's why you fucking with him, because that's how you move. That's your strength, girl.
So let me know, guys, baby, when you want me to stop or if you want me to keep going. Because I'll stop whenever you want me to stop.
That's the people. If they
but
stop, I don't care. It's up to them.
Hey guys, do y'all want to hear the rest of the recording? We got about 6 minutes left. Or do you want to hear me and Divinely Her have a conversation?
Oh yeah, and I'm thinking Kulu say that they're gonna get to the conversation with him and Divinely Her, and I think Kulu actually said that she actually joined the live stream too, and being that she did, you know, join the live stream, we'll get to that too, so y'all don't be in suspense like who the other person is, you know, who the other woman was that was throwing salt in the game, you know, against Goddess Baby. Yeah, we're gonna most definitely get into that part right there too.
Reading. I'm gonna screen record this. There we go.
What's up?
Hey. So let's hear your side of the story.
I'm not really here to share a side of the story because ultimately that wasn't really even a side of the story. That was a fabricated perspective of what she feels is the truth. And ultimately,
but explain how.
Well, how is because, like she said, she's not willing to tap into timeline. Really, the timing of everything is what really matters and what really makes all the difference.
So tell us the timeline.
I'm not here to express or go tit for tat with her because ultimately, like, you can't argue with irrationality. Like, there's no point in going tit for tat for something that is completely so far off. You guys both are assuming that you know things that you have no idea about. In the same way that she's saying that I'm assuming things that I know I don't know nothing about. So what it comes down to ultimately is this. What she's mad about is that I'm talking to her dude. She don't care about the timeline. She don't care about nothing that's happened. She just cares that I'm talking to somebody that she needs to talk to, right or wrong. That's what she's mad about. For me, for one, I move differently. I move differently. I need all of everybody to understand that I have a platform. I have a platform. People are reaching out to me on a daily basis.
I don't see much of a platform that you got, Divinely Her. I already went to your YouTube channel and you don't even really get that many views. To be honest with you, you need to throw your whole motherfucking page away. Throw that motherfucker away, okay? And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest about it. You as a YouTuber is just not working out. Now, as far as you being with multiple men who claim that they're a part of any of this fraudulent, polygamous, or polyandrous lifestyle, that may be your niche right there. Because I see that it's a lot of sisters that's getting wrapped up in this, what I call shit, especially when you don't have sincere intentions of going into a polygamous relationship. She can say whatever the hell that she want to say at this point, okay? But we're gonna let the damn tape play it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear all that extra shit that she talking about, but she ain't doing that, but she caping for old boy, the Isaiah dude and shit that you see on the screen. Yeah, it's still extra receipts on him, the Duhkulu guy. Yeah, he was trying to, you know, basically, you know what I'm saying, bag, you know what I'm saying, the Duhkulu's wife, like on some, after he wasn't with her, still posting her videos on his page and shit. Like, this dude is a real whole live fucking weirdo, y'all.
You need all of everybody to understand that I have a platform. I have a platform.
Ain't got no
People are
damn
reaching out to me on
platform.
a daily basis with life circumstances that they need advice about. I reach out back to them all with genuine intention. Does that mean I consider every one of them people in the decisions I make? No. And that's exactly how I viewed my relationship with Goddess Bebe. She was a friend of my baby daddy's at the time. So of course I'm gonna be cool with her. Whenever I found out about her miscarriage, I had called my baby daddy, not even knowing that they was hanging out. Not even knowing that they was hanging out. I called my baby daddy. Mind you, this is when we're still dealing with each other. I call my baby daddy. I'm hanging out with Goddess Bebe. She's going through some things. You want to talk to her?
You gotta say fuck.
Sure, I'll talk to her. I talk to her. She pour out on me. I give her my genuine advice. Did I ask for that? Did I ever reach out to her and try to?
So was this after the miscarriage, or was this during while she was pregnant? So, since you talked about timeline and you said that she didn't want to explain it, so was this after the miscarriage or during?
This was whenever I had this conversation with her. It was in, I don't know when it was. I believe she was going through it. I believe she was going through it because she had told me about it happening. I don't know exactly what what her body was going through in that exact time. No, I don't.
Okay, so you can keep going. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Is that she feels like I owed her a sense of loyalty and I don't. That's what it comes down to.
But you don't think that, you know, so did you know that she was getting abused the way that she was getting abused? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally?
When she talks about me talking shit and telling her to leave him, I absolutely told her to leave him. Whenever me and her connected at the lake with my baby daddy, they planned that for one. And for two, all she had to say about him was all negative stuff. All she kept saying was how unhappy she was, how unfulfilled she was, how much she wasn't happy with the way he was treating him. Remind you, I never even talked to Isaiah at this time. Me and Isaiah had no type of relationship at this point. I didn't know Isaiah for myself. All I was going off of was what she was telling me. So of course, woman to woman.
Okay, so can I stop you? Wait, can I stop you real quick? Because you knew of Isaiah because of our conversation almost 10 months ago, 11 months ago.
I didn't know. I'm saying I didn't have an interaction with him, with like the experience of him myself. All I was going off of was what everybody else was saying, which is never going to be an accurate interpretation of anybody. And if you're really, really conscious, you know that anybody's perspective of another person is going to be their own biased projection, regardless.
Okay, so my thing is that when a person can admit what they did wrong in a situation, that shows you that they're kind of unbiased. Okay, so for example, if I get in a relationship with another woman and I constantly tell my new goddess how bad my other queens treat me, but never accepting any responsibility, that's a red flag.
But you're assuming that that in our conversation he never took it. Well, like, what are you implying? That you know what?
Did he ever mention anything?
What conversation him and I have had and what he's owned up to and what he hasn't. You don't know any details.
I'm asking you. I'm asking
he
you.
absolutely owns up to shit that he did wrong. Absolutely.
Then how can you? Okay, so if he owned up to it,
conversation too, I apologize to Ajane. My intention in reaching out, I didn't have to fucking reach out to Ajane. I could continue to let her be childish on her own page and make herself look stupid. I could have let her did that. I reached out to her to see if she would have her heart open to understand. She's so fixed in her hurt that she don't even have a heart to try to understand me as a woman. But expect me to try to have an open heart to understand her as a woman. You got to give what you want to receive, period, point blank. And I genuinely tried to give her that open space to see if we could have that common ground. She didn't want it. You heard the conversation. I came to her as genuine as fuck. Genuine as fuck. I didn't have to reach out to her. But instead of trying to hear...
You only reached out to her in that phone call because she came out with what she said.
I don't care about what nobody fucking think about me. That's the whole thing about it.
But that lets you know that you wasn't genuine.
Whatever narrative the fuck you want, you're accurate. I don't care. I don't have to defend myself. At the end of the day, like I said,
that's not a narrative. That's the truth.
That is a projection.
The conversation was.
It's not the truth.
So when did y'all have this conversation?
You even saying Isaiah convinced me to leave my baby daddy is a fucking fabricated ass lie. My nigga, you don't know anything about my relationship with my baby daddy and why that ended and why that went out the way.
Were you not texting Isaiah? So you're saying that you were not texting Isaiah while she was in a relationship with him.
So
that's what you're telling the people right now.
When she was dealing with him, does that mean that I had?
Why would you do that?
With him, me and him went live.
But why would you be texting him?
Built live while they were still dealing with each other. We went live, just like I went live.
Why?
Just like I fucking went live with you, my nigga. Like I don't care. I deal with anybody. Okay, so me and you having conversations in the DM when I was voice messaging you. Is that wrong? So why is it wrong for me to converse with somebody else?
First of all, you only messaged me. Let's tell the full context now, because now you're going a lot of places. So when it comes to our messages, I warned you that he was trying to get at you. I warned you that Isaiah was trying to get at you back in December. I warned you.
And you were saying that based upon you seeing us go live, right?
No, now y'all go live. The same tactics that I see Nature Boy does to stalk his women, to pick certain women, he was doing it to you. So I hit you up to let you know. And we had that conversation. Then after that live stream, where I did a whole 2-hour live stream and exposed them, you hit my DM saying that you've seen all the red flags, that you agree with me, all this other stuff. I have the recording. Okay? So my thing is that you just admitted that you were texting Isaiah, messaging him while she was dating Goddess Baby.
December,
mind you.
Times that we went live, yes, we did. And that's the same time that you guys were dealing with things. And like I said, whenever I have reached out to you, I still had no experience with Isaiah myself. All I was going off was Ajane's bias-ass, hurt-ass perspective and your bias-ass, hurt-ass perspective.
How was my bias experience? How was my queen's bias perspective?
Had a traumatic experience with him, so you feel connected to that. That's why you're hurt.
No, I don't. I don't feel connected with that.
Let's be real. That's why you on here.
No, I don't.
You're spending all your time doing this.
Queen. You're queen. You don't realize that the tactics that Isaiah is using, he learned it from Nature Boy.
What the fuck does that have to do with me?
Okay. So the rhetoric, the game that he played to get you underneath his arm, right?
Y'all don't even know the dynamic of our situation. You don't know how it.
So he didn't flirt with you. So he didn't flirt with you. So he didn't flirt with you. He didn't do any of this other like type of game at you.
Manipulative tactic.
No, I'm asking you. Did he flirt with you?
Did he flirt with me? When? Like what kind of question is that?
Yeah. She be,
yes or no?
She be killing me, yo. She be killing me, man. Like I say, I had dropped it in the comments, man, and that's on everything right there, man. I can't stand no light-skinned person with no damn attitude, man. They be what make me want to just smack that damn fire out they motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You talking all this shit. Duhkulu out here putting them facts on your motherfucking ass, putting them heaters on your ass. You done got tripped the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. You know too damn much about Goddess Baby, little girl. Like you fucked up over Goddess Baby. You feel what I'm saying? Dude was just giving too much energy to that whole situation, and she feels some kind of way. I guess she thought she was prettier than Goddess Baby. I guess she thought that dude was gonna give her some fucking attention or whatever. What you gotta understand is these termite ass toxic motherfuckers like Steezy don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about how pretty you are. These motherfuckers looking for a come up. and some old free cootie. That's all they want. Then they try to throw some of that old conscious bullshit up in there. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And then she sitting up here, Duhkulu ain't disrespected the woman not one motherfucking time. She cussing and saying all kind of fly shit. Look, girl, if you ain't want to answer the question, you shouldn't have got your ass on the Instagram. See, I'm not gonna play with your ass. I'm not gonna be sitting back and going back and forth with your dumb ass. Right. We know you full of shit, just like I Steezy full of shit. Fuck out of here, man.
When like, what kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that? You know what kind
Yes
of
or no?
question
It's
it
yes
is.
or no question.
Stupid ass.
Obviously, he must have flirted with you for y'all to be in a relationship.
Okay, well, for one, you assuming now we're in a relationship. For one, you're assuming we're in a relationship.
Okay, did y'all not take a picture of? Okay, did y'all not take a picture at the same lake, October 7th?
So I don't know what is that? What is? How does
You want me to pull it up?
The same picture of a lake, or even us hanging out?
You want me to show you another Instagram showing you in his Corvette?
Us talking or whatever. Why do you instantly jump to the conclusion that we're together in a relationship? That's you creating that in your own mind, creating narratives, just like y'all both.
So no. So I'm on mine. First of all, we're adults here. Okay?
Right.
We're adults here. Let's
Right.
not play games. Let's not act like we're preschoolers or PG-13. Like we're just friends with these people and we're not doing anything more than that.
I'm not saying that means don't talk.
Okay, we are. Okay, so you admit that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you admit that. So how can you feel comfortable dating a guy that mentally and psychologically abused 2 women?
How do I feel about?
If not 3 women.
About dating a guy who mentally and physically and what? What did you say?
And psychologically and spiritually abused 3 women.
I feel like I'm the type of person who deals with a person. This is what I told you in our voice messages way back when. Is I deal with a person through my own experiences with them. I can't deal with a person based upon what somebody else is telling me their experience is. In my experience.
So you're the type of person that has to go to jail to figure out not to go to jail.
In my experience with Isaiah, I have had no negative interaction with him. Isaiah has been nothing but respectful to me. He's been nothing but caring, encouraging, motivating, all of that to me. Yes,
really?
He has not taken me away from myself, not one bit. So what another person's experience is and what a person draws out of one person is not going to be what another person draws out of them. Let's get real.
Okay, so I want to mention. Can I speak now? Because I don't want to interrupt you. Notice how you didn't bring up anything to do with your family, anything to do with your daughter, right? So he's helping you out. He's helping you out personally. Okay, he's not helping out your situation that you're in. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got you.
See, that's what she should have been doing anyway. See, this internet, it occupied too much of her motherfucking time. Now, see, it sounds like her child is crying and everything. You see, instead of her saying, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even said shit. I wouldn't have said shit if it was something that had to do with the child. And I'm on the Instagram live stream. The child is way more important. Don't nobody have to be. Hold on for a minute. No, fuck that. You know, your natural, innate, maternal instincts would kick the fuck in, as opposed to all this cloud shit right here. I keep telling y'all, man. All of them the same, man. Do what they do. Do what they do. Kulu wasn't supposed to start feeling sympathetic for you and shit just because you had to go and attend to your daughter. That's something you supposed to be doing any motherfucking way. The fuck?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to go back on what you said because you said a lot. So I want to talk about. So you said that it's not how he treated you, so you're not gonna go based off other people's experience. So you're the type of person, and would you agree that you're the type of person that has to go to jail to experience not to go to jail again?
Wait, what?
So okay. So are you the type of person, right? Because you just said that you have to experience things in your own way that you don't believe what other people say.
I said experience a person.
If I so desire
to.
So for example, you don't see an issue with your man Isaiah or your friend, whatever you want to call him now, because it seems like y'all tend to have the same things, right? Like you don't have an issue with him studying underneath a man that hits his wives.
Right.
He don't study under Nature Boy.
Oh wow.
Are you sure? What if I showed you an image from last week in his live?
So because he tunes in. So
what if I showed you a video of his friend Dylan saying that him and Isaiah watched Nature Boy?
Okay, listen.
last week.
Listen. So just because
See?
somebody tunes in, that means that they're intaking
No,
and
no,
ingesting and internalizing and
shorty.
expressing
Let me tell you
everything
something.
that they're watching. No,
Peep game.
no,
Yes.
that's not
Now the
that.
Yes.
dude that Duhkulu is talking about, right, is the guy that I showed you that came up in Nature Boy Live. You know what I'm saying? That big face motherfucker. You know he got that Frankenstein face like Tron got and shit. You remember the motherfucker, man? Right. See, Duhkulu is trying to explain to her, like, no, you sitting here caping for this Negro, but this Negro be low-key sitting back and watching Nature Boy. In her mind, she's trying to tell Duhkulu, no, this ain't got nothing to do with Nature Boy. Yeah, the fuck it do. Because he been motherfucking watching Nature Boy. It's proven. It's proven. And as we stated before, any one of these dudes out here that's trying to run that weak ass game, they'll watch Babaji and then they'll try to put the Puff Daddy remix on it and then try to run game on the sisters the exact same damn way. Tell you, man.
Taking and ingesting and internalizing and expressing everything that they're watching. No,
Yes.
that's not facts.
Yes,
That's
Nature
not
Boy
facts.
plants.
That's not
Yes,
facts.
it is. When you
That's not
what you
facts.
focus on, what you
Well, if
watch.
that's the case, then I'm a learner under Nature Boy too, because the fact of the matter is you can look
Uh-oh.
at anybody and observe them and decide what you want to intake from it. You can decide whether that's a reflection.
We're not.
You can decide.
I literally seen a video last night.
You can decide whether that's something that you want to embody, or you can decide if that's something that you don't want to embody. You can observe the way that somebody moves and say, you know what, this would be a better way to go about doing it. Or you can say, you know what, I want to do it the same exact way. So there's many ways to perceive somebody and to perceive a situation. So just because somebody's tuning in, don't mean they're trying to be exactly like that.
Thought he wasn't watching them.
So you don't think that Nature Boy hitting his wives, calling them whores, calling them bitches is bad?
Absolutely fucking horrible.
I apologize because. So why would you then say that? I guess I study underneath Nature Boy.
You said what?
Like, why would you associate yourself? Like,
I'm saying,
why
under
would you
your
associate
context
yourself with
and
that?
Under your context, then that's what it is. Because I have listened to him.
But it's not my context. I have a video of Isaiah's best friend, Dylan. You know Dylan, part of the Forex team, in Nature Boy's live, speaking to him for more than 30 minutes, talking about Isaiah and how they watch him.
Kulu,
This was last week, if not a week and a half ago. I can show you the video right now.
So
Kulu be
so
on
he
the
was
head.
talking to Nature Boy. What conclusion do you come to from him taking the time to converse with Nature Boy? What does that mean to you?
Okay, so he's learning from Nature Boy. How do I know that? Was because look what Nature Boy does. He gets women pregnant and has them causes miscarriages. Efaru has 3 miscarriages. There are multiple women that had multiple miscarriages that get pregnant.
That's right.
The same thing that happened when God is baby. Isaiah did the same thing that Nature Boy does to his women.
Reaching.
To God is
You're
baby.
reaching because he.
I'm not reaching.
My love, that's
It's not
reaching.
reaching.
You can't say because
It's not reaching.
You can't say that because she experienced a miscarriage and because he has watched Nature Boy. That's why. That has no correlation or connection.
But you're missing the fact that she was not that he wasn't in her pregnancy, in her life, to have a healthy pregnancy. Like, you're totally missing the concept that maybe if Isaiah was at every appointment, massaging her back, being there for her, like a baby father should be, she wouldn't have had that miscarriage. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm a mother myself, and I can honestly tell you that it don't matter what the man does within your pregnancy, as far as you.
That's a lie.
Listen. You can still develop a very healthy child without a fucking baby daddy. It happens every day. With a fucked up,
not all women can.
Ass baby daddy, with a no shit ain't baby daddy, it don't matter. You can still develop a child. Let's not blame it on the fact that he wasn't massaging her and he wasn't fucking whatever. That's why she had a miscarriage. That has nothing to do with it, my nigga. That's happening every day, and women are still going full term having healthy babies.
No, women have there's multiple complications for why people have miscarriages, and not having a father or somebody there to take care of you, right, is one of those issues. So to say that that's not true, I think is a little unreal, and to say that that's not a big part.
Sensitive for you to impose your perspective on a situation based upon just hearing one side of it, just like you're telling.
How is that my perspective? I can show you.
I'm doing about listening to him. You're doing it by listening to her.
I'm not listening to her. I've studied Nature Boy. I've studied other people that watch Nature Boy. Okay, I'm creating a documentary about this. I'm recording all this information. So I'm telling you from my experience that I see patterns that this ideology reflects and takes. Niggas like Dylan, niggas like Isaiah, niggas like Musa, niggas like True, all these niggas like Pisces, Solar, they do the same thing to all their women. There's no difference.
That's in your perspective, Duhkulu, and you're entitled to that.
That's not my perspective.
Duhkulu,
I can show you multiple different videos.
Nothing different. You can believe what you want to believe, make whatever documentary you want to make. That's fine. All I'm telling you is when it comes to the narrative of me,
right.
what y'all talking about when it comes to me, it's completely fabricated, and y'all reaching. Because
How?
You see how she keeps saying that y'all are reaching. That's fabricated. Y'all are reaching. See, when you start dealing with these motherfuckers, man, into this cult life and start dealing with motherfuckers that want to be like pseudo cult leaders, in their eyes, they can do no wrong. Now, the comment that I have pinned, you know, from the sister that came through, she said, how y'all get the patience of a freaking saint dealing with these clueless ass motherfuckers? The reason why I got the patience, and I can speak for Duhkulu as well, because I don't want nobody else getting fucked up in this shit. You feel me? Only thing motherfuckers hear about is nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy, nature boy. No, it's other shit that's going on too. It's other motherfuckers out here that's trying to rock women to sleep too. So that's why we come over here and then talk about this shit. So that's where you see all of the patience and stuff like that or whatever. Like Duhkulu got whole life 2 wives, not one. He got 2 wives. He young as fuck. He can make time to do this right here. And you know why he can make time to do this? Because he fucking care. You understand? He care. He don't want to see nobody get fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? That's right. He got enough to occupy his damn time, but he'll still make an attempt to do this, and that's why I salute the brother.
Nothing different. You can believe what you want to believe, make whatever documentary you want to make. That's fine. All I'm telling you is when it comes to the narrative of me and what y'all talking about when it comes to me, it's completely fabricated, and y'all reaching. Because you don't know any details. Y'all don't know any details about how it actually
transpired. So you already admitted that you were talking to Isaiah while she was dating her. No. You end up, You admitted that. You admitted that.
Too, in the same way that she was speaking to my baby daddy? Yes.
What do you mean? She was, what do you mean speaking to your baby daddy? As if she was trying to get with your baby daddy. But you're saying as if she was trying to.
I'm saying I was speaking to him the same way she was speaking to my baby daddy. That's all I'm saying.
Boy.
How when she knew your baby daddy longer than you knew Isaiah?
There was nothing. There was no type of intention on more than that, and that's exactly what it was with them, and that's exactly what it was with me.
But how do we know that to be true? Because now you're with him. Now you're talking to him. How do we know that to be true now? Like back before you were dating him, I could agree with you. But right now you're talking to him at the same beach, doing shit with him. It's hard for me to believe that you had no intention.
Well, that's on you. I'm not trying to.
Like, you see what we're trying to say? But, and I agree with that. Like, you don't have to convince me, and I'm glad, and I appreciate you telling your story. You feel me? And coming up here and being a woman and talking about this, because Isaiah has yet to come speak about this shit. Because there's other shit that I can speak to him about.
Duhkulu,
that I'm pretty sure you want to hear. Okay? So let's not try to make everybody our enemy, because we're all getting played by the same motherfuckers. Same people.
I don't have no fucking enemies. I don't have no enemies. Any beef that anybody got with me, they really got with themselves with God. I don't have no fucking beef with Ajane. I don't. If she feels some type of way about my decisions, and that's how she feels, and like I told her, the reason why I was reaching out to her was to help her. Ultimately, I feel fucking good. At the end of the day, it's up to the person and the individual to decide how they want to choose to perceive life, because it don't help you going around. It don't help your manifestations. It don't help your well-being. It don't help your fucking physical health. It don't help nothing by walking around here bitter, mad, hurt, upset, all of that. Period. So I was trying to reach out to her to try to help her get understanding. And if
you're being so insensitive. You're being so insensitive, Goddess. You want me to tell you how? Because you only reached out to her after she posted and exposed it all.
That's when I was aware. She never reached out to me.
Like you talked about, like you got on the live and you were talking about timelines, how she didn't want to tell the timeline. But you failed to mention that this recording was almost 2 weeks ago.
This recording was way more than 2 weeks ago, for one.
So how long do you think it was?
More like 2 months.
So I can pull up the phone records.
If it was it wasn't 2 weeks ago, but if it was, I don't know. Like you said, let's not focus.
Let's talk about the timeline. If you want to talk about the timeline, you wanted to come up on here and talk about God's baby did not know about the timeline. Let's talk about the timeline now, because I have all this information.
Okay, so what?
And I got other DMs from other queens with Isaiah's DMs in it, and I want to be exposing this. I'm gonna be exposing this. And how can I get somebody's leftovers when he never had the main meal?
Ooh.
First of all, and that's up to you guys. That's to this comment right here.
That's how I feel about that. They always her She never had the main meal.
What do you mean? She got pregnant by him.
I'm not trying to be pregnant.
She got so apparently like she had more than a main meal if he was willing to put his seed in her.
See,
Accident, but whatever.
You see how much of a child that she is. You see how she can get up here and laugh about that. Oh, we didn't have the same meal and all this shit or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So you got to watch a woman like this right here. Now, for a savage, you know, for a motherfucker that's just out here living, is one thing if they pull a move like this. But when you whole life burning sage, and you supposed to be awoke and shit, and you still playing these little games right here, it just goes to show all that awoke conscious ass shit. That ain't nothing but a friend any motherfucking way. Once it get down to the get down, you do some old scheming ass, conniving ass shit too. And she proving the shit right here. I just want you to peep this interaction. Because the Kulu got his foot on the damn gas pedal on her motherfucking ass. She can't go nowhere. Okay? Let's go, man.
To come up on here and talk about God's baby did not know about the timeline. Let's talk about the timeline now. Because I have all this information.
Okay, so what?
And I got other DMs from other queens with Isaiah's DMs in it. And I want to be exposing this. I'm going to be exposing this. And how can I get somebody's leftovers when he never had the main meal? First of all, and that's up to you guys.
That's
that was to this comment right here.
That's how I feel about Goddess Baby. Always saying that I'm having her leftovers. She never had the main meal.
What do you mean? She got pregnant by him.
I'm not trying to be pregnant.
She got so apparently like she had more than a main meal if he was willing to put his seed in her.
It's an accident, but whatever.
So now it's an accident.
You think that they was intentionally trying to have a baby if they wasn't in a successful relationship? Let's make it make sense.
How do you know that it wasn't successful?
Let's make it make sense because what the hell? What do you mean? How do we know it wasn't successful? I talked to her and she was continuously telling me in that long conversation we had at the lake how unhappy she was. And, and we know because she was exposing herself constantly on her own social media page, talking shit about the nigga she continued to fuck with. So that's how we know. That's how we know it wasn't successful.
So do you not think that maybe she was telling you the abuse that she was witnessing and that her reaction was based off the abuse that she maybe never experienced in any past relationship before him?
One more, say that again.
How do you not know that her reaction was based off the abuse that he was doing to her?
Her reaction was, say that one more time.
How do you know that her reaction and what she was explaining to you at the lake was not based off of the abuse that she has never experienced before?
I'm not saying that it wasn't. I mean, obviously what she was saying was based off of some type of uncomfortability with what she was going through.
Okay, so for you to say that she's projecting and all this shit is lies, I think that's a little far-fetched.
No, I'm not saying that she's not hurt. I'm not saying that she's not hurt.
No, but you are failing to acknowledge that Isaiah had a role to play in her hurt.
Obviously, that's exactly what it was. It was their relationship that caused them to deal with whatever they dealt with. And what they dealt with is not for me to speak on because I don't know all the details. All I know is why I moved the way that I moved. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. I don't know about.
Okay, so I want to ask you about that. Goddess, and I appreciate you you coming up here and clearing things up. So, you knowing that she was pregnant, you knowing that she had a miscarriage, you having a daughter, you don't think that as a man not being there for, even if you're not in love with the woman, even if you don't want to be with the woman, as a man, you're still going to be there for your child, whether you're in a relationship or not, and you go to the courts to figure that shit out, you're still going to be there. So you having a daughter.
With a woman who was so scorned that even if you tried to be there with her, you couldn't really be there for her because all she had to say to you was hurtful ass shit.
Yes, I have. And my thing is Goddess Baby is not that. And you're failing to.
You don't know that.
She just had a miscarriage in July.
Okay.
Divinely
I
heard.
understand that, but
in July. Come on.
Even more of a reason of why she's hurting and why she's expressing out of hurt. Now,
I don't think Goddess Baby is hurt. Like I say, I seen her on the Gym Jank with Duhkulu. We both just, we all just watched the, the live stream with her in it. I think it's sad as hell how this woman is basically trying to, point Duhkulu in another direction with him holding the interview. I thought he was the one that was asking the questions. Now she's sitting up telling Duhkulu he don't know certain stuff. How the fuck he don't know certain shit? He doesn't sit back and watch this shit too. That's why it's a topic of discussion. See, you the one that got it fucked up. See what I'm saying? Divinely heard, you got it fucked up. I hate to say it, but you might have to come to the Make It Make Sense network. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, because it's like with all of the fake and the false accusations you're pointing towards Goddess Bebe, why don't you come and have a discussion with Goddess Bebe? We'll get Goddess Bebe to come over here. We can really see who telling a lie, because you know, from my perspective, from this vantage point, it seems like, and I no disrespect, but it seems like that Divinely Her is some shit, y'all. Everything that Duhkulu is telling her as a forewarning, cautioning her, giving her advice not to deal with this guy, she's giving Duhkulu like 20 more reasons of on why that she should deal with the dude. And all of the stuff that Duhkulu is like explaining to her about the sister Goddess Bebe, and you know, her losing, you know, her child, you know, rest in peace. The condolences come from my entire chat to you, sister. More power to you. But all this stuff that he's saying that Isaiah didn't do when they was in a relationship, for some reason, this woman is trying to smooth it over, man. That's why I keep telling y'all this cult manipulation shit is real out here, y'all. It's real, man. When you got a woman that just think that a dude ain't did shit, and you know he a whole live piece of shit, man, this shit is real.
And you go to the courts to figure that shit out, you still gonna be there. So you have a daughter.
With a woman who was so scorned that even if you tried to be there with her, you couldn't really be there for her because all she had to say to you was hurtful ass shit.
Yes, I have. And my thing is Goddess Baby is not
you don't know that.
And you're failing to
say
you don't know that.
She just had a miscarriage in July.
Okay.
Divinely Her.
I understand that, but
in July. Come on.
Even more of a reason of why she's hurting and why she's expressing out of hurt, not out of balance.
She's hurting because she literally witnessed her man. So she's hurt. Yes, she's hurt. Why wouldn't you be hurt after a miscarriage?
Exactly.
Anybody would be hurt. You know, you have the privilege of having a daughter right now that you love with all your heart. Okay, she doesn't have that. Okay, and that's why she's hurting. So for her to witness her man then ride in your corner 2 weeks after she had a miscarriage and he was nowhere to be found, no message saying that, you know, I appreciate us, but it's not going to work out, nothing. And then she sees y'all on Instagram and shit like that. How do you not understand that?
I understand that she's hurt. I understand why she's hurt. And like I said in the beginning of the conversation, the reason why I moved the way I moved is because I didn't feel within my self, within my morality, within myself, period, point blank, that I was in a space within my relationship with Goddess Bebe to where I needed to not talk to Isaiah. That's how I felt. That's how I still feel. And that's
okay.
What it is.
So can I tell you some king shit? Like it's gotta tell you some man shit. So I don't care if this nigga Fabio has 5 wives. Okay? As a man, I'm not gonna disrespect him by DMing one of his wives. Even if I don't know the nigga, even if we're not even good friends. You don't step on people's boundaries like that. So when you say that, you know, we weren't close friends, so it don't matter. As a woman, you know, and I try to put myself in a woman's shoes. I wouldn't want to fuck with a nigga that I see is treating a pregnant woman like shit. Especially if I have a daughter. Because I know that he's not father figure material, and that's maybe not what you want out of the relationship. And you even said yourself that he may not even be the one for you. So all I'm trying to understand is that when it comes to respect, we don't do that. It don't matter if you're not close friends or not. And for you to say that you had no intentions of being with him and then try to tell her to break up with her man.
I didn't try.
And then now you're talking to her, man.
I didn't try to convince her to break up with him.
At the lake, you didn't try to tell her to leave him?
Convince her to leave him. I gave her advice from the space of which he was expressing to me, which was a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort. So I said, leave him. That's common sense. If you're not happy in a situation, let that shit go.
Okay, so
that had nothing. And like I said at that time, like I said to her on the phone, at that time, I was not looking for, attracted to, nothing with Isaiah. I was still with my baby daddy. We were at the lake with my baby daddy.
Yes. Okay, so how long have you and your baby daddy been together, or was together?
We're together since the middle of 2017, so about a week, and we broke up mid this year, so we were together for about 3 years.
Okay, so about 3 to 4 years. Okay.
3 years. It was 4. It was 3 years.
3 years. Okay. But that's still a long time to be with somebody, you know, and then to build a family, and then, you know, to just cut that off. I don't know the dynamic of your relationship. He was, you know, he probably had his issues. You have your issues. They might have my issues. Zoe has her issues. Delina has her issues. Everybody has their own issue. I'm not talking about that. What we're talking about is how when you are a mother, and I want to keep emphasizing this, okay? Because I'm a person that's building a family to become a father, okay? My land, the way that I'm building my lifestyle, polygamy, I'm doing this all to become a father, okay? So when I look at this, I wouldn't want my baby mother doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay? And my thing is I don't think that what you're doing is the best possible reality that is best for your child. I don't think that Isaiah can help you grow in the way that you think he can grow. And I know you're not going to believe me. I know you think I'm biased. I know you think that I'm projecting, and that's perfectly fine. But like I told guys, baby, 10 months ago, he's going to do the exact same thing to you. Mark my words. Just remember what I tell you this.
Okay.
He's going to do the same thing to you. And I don't want you to come to my DMs. I'm going to report about it. I'm going to talk about it. But I don't want you coming to my DMs and apologizing. Okay? And my thing is that what is your purpose with being in a polygamous relationship? Because you're obviously polygamous, right?
So,
or polyandrous.
So, when it comes to me having, he's gonna do the same thing, whatever.
Here we go.
Ultimately, like what I'm aware of is that y'all are coming from your own spaces. Like I said, Ashnae's coming from her experience with him, and you're coming from your experience and knowledge of him, which is from your queen.
You see, right? There she go, trying to smooth it over again, boy. Boy, I keep telling you, boy. Once they start dealing with these motherfuckers that want to be cult leaders, boy, they can't do no wrong in their eyes.
Like what I'm aware of is that y'all are coming from your own spaces. Like I said, Ashnae's coming from her experience with him, and you're coming from your experience and knowledge of him, which is from your queen, right?
But these are valid points, though.
Why she trying to say a goddess baby real name like that? Y'all peep that?
I don't want you to be my queen.
Yeah, she tried to throw that in there.
I don't want you to join my group. So why would I lie to you? Why would I be up here? Like, it's like trying to break it down to you and lie to you if I didn't think that he was really playing.
I don't know, Duhkulu. I know you have your own intentions as to why you do what you do, and that's not really a concern of mine. Like I said, my only point in coming up here from jump was to just let y'all know and let whoever's tuning in know that I just felt differently about it, and that's why I moved the way that I moved. Like, and anybody that wants to look at it however way, they can look at it however way. But at the end of the day, I always, and what I will always continue to do is make decisions that I feel are best for me. Period. You don't know what benefit, I think that benefit Isaiah is bringing to my life. All you can do is try to fathom. All you can do is try to fathom. All I do is try to fathom from your own experiences and your own awareness.
Everything's public record.
Y'all don't know.
Everything's public record.
Y'all don't know nothing about it. So it's like, I don't have to try to
everything's public record
about nothing, because ultimately y'all gonna still continue to project and reach for whatever y'all want to reach for, and take whatever I say and put it in a perspective that justifies your own narrative. So
okay, so let's wash away this narrative that we're talking about now. And I got a new question for you. So you have a daughter. So is it not in your goals to make sure your daughter has a stable home,
for one,
family?
My daughter does have a stable home, and for
okay.
She has a father, and exactly like you were saying earlier, my daughter has a father. Her father is very present in her life, so she has a father figure in her life. And to put y'all even more in my business, I've never even brought my daughter around Isaiah. Never even brought my daughter around.
And I wouldn't want you to until you knew that he was comfortable.
Y'all was projecting that I'm trying to have him play stepdaddy. How can he play stepdaddy? He wasn't there for his own kids. All of that's projections, and that's just an example right there. I've never even asked him to or put him in that position ever. And that's why I know y'all don't know me, because y'all trying to project a perspective of what y'all want.
So the same way how you say that, you know, that's our experience and that's our bias and our perspective, we can say the same thing about that as well. That when you say that, like, you're only saying that to keep the narrative going that you've been playing this entire time. I just want to paint to point it out there. Not saying that I believe you or believe that, but the same way how you're using it against us, we can use it against you in the same instance. Another thing is, like you said, you want to have a family. So how is Isaiah benefiting your life right now?
Isaiah is been in my life in so many different ways. He adds a lot of structure to my life, which that allows me to maintain consistency, that allows me to maintain focus, that allows me to just see. Basically, it confirms a lot to me about myself already. A lot of confirmation I don't get in my direct environment. We think a lot alike, to be honest, and that's maybe why me and him attracted each other. Like, we think a lot alike, and he basically, he assists me in just my liberty. He assists me in helping me just do everything that I need to do to continue to become and evolve into who I am. And whatever that looks like in specifics is what that looks like in specifics, whether that be eating right, whether that be working out, whether that be drinking my water, whether that be journaling, whether that be tapping into my studies, whatever that may look like. That's it. It's like I'm only giving you that for you to understand that it's actually good for me, not in the fact that he gives me love and it's just some superficial shit. Like, no, like I said to her on the phone, I'm a very focused woman. I'm a very, very focused woman as far as what I'm doing in my own life. So understand that I'm not going to have nobody in my life, especially out of getting out of a bullshit ass relationship with my baby daddy. I'm not going to put myself in another situation that's not benefiting me. If y'all have a problem with the way that I talk because I talk fast, then that's on y'all. Like, keep up.
Oh, no. It's, I can understand what you're saying, and I think, and I'm pretty sure that, like, people can understand what you're saying, and we don't have an issue with your relationship. We have an issue with how it began, and with the knowledge, right? When we talk about knowledge, okay, karma is real, okay. How a relationship begins is always how it ends.
And
okay?
God is baby, so funny because I was on astrology before I even met him, and everybody that's been following my journey knows this about me. So don't act like you wasn't the one watching my stories first and on my shit. I gotta stay big. You stay projecting, girl. It's all good.
Okay. So it's not about y'all. Wow. Okay. So this not okay. So this what like it's not a. And this is the nature boy shit. He always has women. He convinces them to fight amongst each other. The same way how we had Velvet and Malia fight each other at the beach. The same way he had Ephraim punch Malia.
Stop putting me in that shit because I don't have
No. It is the same thing. It's just in a different form. Energy's not destroyed, only transformed. So you are doing the exact same thing, just not in a physical abuse, a fighting way. But you're doing it over the internet in the same type of way. It's the same type of chaos energy that's being implemented.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Before Ajane started posting specifics about this whole situation, she never reached out to me to gain more understanding. The only time she reached out to me is when I unfollowed her, and she asked me why I unfollowed her, and I simply told her I wasn't resonating with her shit, and I wasn't, because it's all very egotistical. She tries to come off like she's some Zen master and like she's some perfect guru, and she's not. I don't like people that try to come off like they know it all, like they're superior than other people. I'm not that type of person, and that's why I don't judge Isaiah for the shit that he went through, the shit that he's done. Because he's proven to me that he can grow and that he can develop. And instead of giving him that opportunity,
she jealous.
Y'all are putting him in a box.
That's what it is.
Him like he can't grow past certain things.
She just a little jealous.
Millions of black men who are learning how to love the black woman. Like there's now millions.
That's all it is. She just a little jealous, y'all. Listen to her talk. She can't keep God's baby name up out her damn mouth, boy. Everything go back to that shit right there.
Chaos energy that's being implemented.
Damn, baby.
Yes,
before Ajane started posting
got his baby got that fire, boy.
Situation, she never reached out to me to gain more understanding. The only time she reached out to me is when I unfollowed her, and she asked me why I unfollowed her, and I simply told her I wasn't resonating with her shit, and I wasn't, because it's all very egotistical. She tries to come off like she's some Zen master and like she's some perfect guru, which she's not. I don't like people that try to come off like they know it all, like they're superior than other people. I'm not that type of person, and that's why I don't judge Isaiah for the shit that he went through, the shit that he's done, because he's proven to me that he can grow and that he can develop. And instead of giving him that opportunity, y'all are putting him in a box and closing him like he can't grow past certain things. Like there's not millions of black men who are learning how to love the black woman. Like there's not millions. There's not a vicious negative cycle between the black man and the black woman that we're all working through. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with you. Hey, that's facts. I agree with you 1,000%. But to build off that point, I would agree with you if he wasn't or hasn't have learned from Nature Boy. So my thing is like this, right? We know how planting seeds work. We know how the subconscious mind works, okay? Obviously, I assume that you know that. Okay, so how do we know that Nature Boy seeds haven't planted within Isaiah? Because mind you, while he was with like God's baby, if you were listening, he kept trying to introduce polygamy. Even when she said that she wasn't polygamous.
Wait, say that again, sorry.
No, it's okay. So Okay, so it's not about that. It's about the patterns and the behaviors that we're seeing. Okay, so when we talk about polygamy, right? He told Goddess Baby that he wanted to be with only her. Okay, to get her. Okay, to take care of him, mind you. And I'm not going to talk about what job he had prior, you know, because he didn't have a car prior. By the way, it's when he met Goddess Baby. He didn't have that Corvette. So I find it funny how he uses her energy to manifest the Corvette. Then after he's done manifesting, using her power, using the feminine power, he moves on to you, and now draining your energy. And I'm gonna talk about this for a second, real quick. Okay, so my thing is this, and I'm gonna leave it at this, and you can, you know, like, man, I take it how it is. Isaiah and Dylan learned from Nature Boy. And Dylan just said, this man believed Nature Boy is planting seeds out here. Nature Boy has said it out of his own mouth. And you wouldn't be watching Nature Boy,
excuse me,
Dylan, if he wasn't planting seeds. Okay, now why is this important? Was because the same way how Musa did his women, the same way how Caliber did Efru, the same way how a lot of these people did their thing with miscarriages, is the same thing that Goddess Baby went through. I can show you Gigi, I can show you Rhea, I can show you Maria, I can show you Immortal Bright, I can show you all these different people and show you how the behaviors, the chaos is always the same.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is this important?
Right.
Why is this important? It's because when you listen to anything, whether that be TV, love and hip hop, music, you are constantly being programmed.
She not listening.
Whether you want to believe it or not.
Quick.
She ain't
Yes,
listening.
ma'am.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
but didn't you have to tune into Nature Boy to study him to this degree?
Oh no, I don't watch from Nature Boy's channel. I watch it through a person who reports on it. So I don't watch Nature Boy.
She tried though, Duhkulu, boy. I swear she did, boy. She tried, boy. She tried, boy. Well, you know, don't you have to watch Nature Boy to know this and know that? No, we don't watch Babaji. I don't give a damn if it's 8 hours later or the next day or 3 or 4 days from then. We'll stream it over here and talk about it. We don't get that clown no views. That's why he can't go live on YouTube, because he don't get no views. He had to go back to Bigo. He don't get no views on YouTube. He can only pull them shenanigans on Instagram. So he don't want to come over to YouTube and get that page took down for them shenanigans. He don't know nothing about the rules and stuff dealing with YouTube. Don't let that man rock you to sleep. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Now, when Duhkulu is dropping these jewels on her ass, right? She don't even know how to accept it. She just, hey, look here, he talking and she doing some old other shit. Now, peep game. Funny to me.
Music, you are constantly being programmed, whether you want to believe it or not.
Quick. So,
Yes, ma'am.
So,
yes, ma'am.
But didn't you have to tune into Nature Boy to study him to this degree?
Oh no, I don't watch from Nature Boy's channel. I watch it through a person who reports on it. So I don't watch Nature Boy directly and listen to every last word and cadence and shit like that.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so I don't watch Nature Boy like that. I just keep up with what's going on, and there's a reporter that does it, and I let that happen to him. You feel me? He has his job. He gets paid to do it. He's good at doing his job. He's one of the greatest at doing his job, and I respect him for doing his job.
Wait, can I also say one other thing?
Yes.
If you could just look at the comments and see and read Goddess Bebe's comments and tell me out of your balanced psychological interpretation that she's not coming out of a place of hurt and spite.
Stop, shorty. Right, Goddess Baby got your mind. She got your mind, yo. You can't do shit without Goddess Baby on your mind. Like she really fucked you up. Okay. Now we can look at it for what it's worth and how Isaiah tried to run that game on Goddess Baby, but we all should be able to clearly see right now that Goddess Baby is the one that got divinely her fucked up. She can't even get her up out of her system, man. Tell you the truth. That's some stalker type of shit right there. I know at times she do be feeling uncomfortable and stuff, man. Yeah, man. When a person think about you like that, boy, hey, it ain't never good. There's never anything good behind that, man. When you got a jealousy for another sister, man, you gotta approach that sister and ask her how she do it the way she do it. I feel like to be honest, man, divinely her should have just got at, you know what I'm saying? She should have just got at Goddess Baby and just been like, yo, how you move like that? Yo, I like your glow. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the way you moving out here. You figure deal me? Like, yeah, she could have did that. I would have respected that shit more than just all of the damn blatant hate that we've seen. Now, let's get into this dude right here. This is the guy that's causing all of the ruckus right here. This the dude right here. This is a Steezy right here. Isaiah. Yeah, this the dude right here that be running game after game after game. You see him on here like he on a Colgate toothpaste commercial and stuff. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, you already know, man, how the majority of these dudes, man, that got that pseudo knowledge, they'll try to like over sexualize themselves, right, to be able to ensnare these women. That's how the hell that it is. Throwback with the throwback. Throwback with the throwback. Let me look at the date on this. Hold on. Let me look at the date on this right here first. Before I even go into this shit right here, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, this dude right here, he's a whole live clown, man. Like any motherfucker that wear their hair like this, man, you's a clown, nigga, bro. Like straight the fuck up, man. Like ain't no cool shit about that. Lamont Sanford couldn't even pull that off back in the damn days, man. That's a gay ass motherfucking ponytail he got right here, bro. That shit gay as fuck, man. That shit gay, man. You got your beard curled up and shit, man. Like that's what I'm saying, man. I don't even know how these dudes, how these sisters even be falling for these clowns. Then he gonna try to leave the receipts up on this paper, up on this page from the damn scalper, man. Stop, Steezy. Stop, Steezy. Come on, man.
Would help a lot of people, you know, especially because we don't have, you know, that example, you know, to, you know, with the proactive versus reactive confrontation, you know, just being able to build and share our perspectives on a situation and come, you know, enlighten each other. So I wrote down the build, if you mind. So this is proactive versus reactive confrontation, right? So I want to guide this conversation by setting the energy, the energy, the frequencies, the vibrations of this build. Okay, everyone is tuning in for different reasons. And I know most are tuning in for the drama. So I want to make this constructive for everyone tuning in. I was pretty much triggered, not seeing your true authentic self, you know, doing the best you can at the consciousness that you're at right now, you know, and that's when I took a step back. I took a step back and I realized you are only dealing with your own domestications and attachments, just as we all are. So I'm here to address myself because I feel like our generation doesn't have that example of how to have a proactive, constructive confrontation. So it begins with us. You feeling that? Okay, so to go about a proactive confrontation, we must keep in mind everybody has a role in our personal growth. This perspective is evolving above polarity and seeing the connection in everything. You can't love the flower and hate the rain. So the polarity or the resistance is necessary, you know, for our growth. So this is me respecting and valuing everyone's perception because we can both be right. And that's not logical, that's psychological. So this is about being proactive and not reactive. Being reactive could lead to toxicness because we are being led by our emotions and in a reactive state, which could lead us to destruction. To be proactive is to acknowledge our emotions and value our emotions, but to control the situation accordingly to what's beneficial for both parties in a positive way, and a positive result.
I have a question real quick, and you know that was beautiful soliloquy that you like displayed. I disagree with that last segment because I believe that you know you can value your emotions and control your emotions, you know. But if somebody does you wrong or somebody does your family wrong, you know what I mean. You have every right to express that emotion. You have every right, you know, if it was their fault, you know what I mean. You have every right to be angry, and then to take revenge, control, and see, like, revenge has such a negative word, like has such a negative connotation to it. You know,
But I don't find revenge. I look at revenge as an equal side. You feel me? What happens to one side must happen to another side. You know what I mean? So if somebody gets hurt or if somebody was to kill my brother, you feel me? I'm not gonna forgive him and try to be proactive and de-escalate the confrontation. You feel me? I'm gonna be proactive and making sure that he don't live to see another day. You feel me? Because you just don't do what you want to do here, hurt people, right? And be able to be proactive and let's control it and let's calm it down. You know what I mean? I am being calm. You feel me? You're being calm. You feel me? And I want this to be a constructive build, like you said, and I agree with that. You feel me? So I just disagree with that part.
Okay. I feel it. You know, it's about respecting and valuing those different views, so we can pretty much come to a higher perspective.
This dude is full of it, yo. This dude is full of it, man. Like he got a great value talk game and shit or whatever. This guy Steezy, and like I say, Duhkulu done confronted him. You know what I'm saying? A couple times. He done had to check him, man. Kulu, you might have to check his ass again, man. Like straight up, because even when this right here took place, you know, we had some other stuff going on and we couldn't really get down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make sure we put some emphasis on this one right here, because I don't even like the way that this shit right here went down, to tell you the damn truth. Everybody see that he on that bullshit. Let me see if I can't dig up these receipts right quick. Wait a minute. Because Steezy did come over here. Matter of fact, I'll compile it in my next live stream just to show y'all. Cause we won't forget about who this dude is right here, what he got going on. Hold on, let me show you his page again. I want y'all women to be alert. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be on the lookout, boy. This mother right here, boy, he's something special. He's something real whole live special. Out here in 2020. You already know 2020, clear vision, right? We need clear eyesight. We need clear vision of on who that this guy is right here. You know what I'm saying? Right. He ain't nothing but another nature boy, baby. That's all he's a nature boy, baby. This is nature boy, baby. This is handle right here. So if any one of y'all follow him just to watch his ass, just to see what he got going on, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see some of the exact same damn traits, you know, that nature boy has. You figured them? The exact same damn traits. And I want to give a shout out to Goddess Baby. I want to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, for Kulu, you know what I'm saying, most definitely for the interview, most definitely getting at the sister so that, you know, her story can be heard. Like I say, man, it's the livest network, man, the Make It Make Sense network. That's what we aim to do, and that's what we'll continue to do. For sisters who wind up in situations like Goddess Baby, you know, dealing with clowns like Steezy, yeah, it's always up for discussion, because we don't want to see nobody get taken advantage of, and we definitely don't want to see, you know, one of these guys that's up under carbonation, nature boy influence to be successful with one of our sisters out here, whether it's on social media or not, family, okay? That's right. And if you ain't smashed like already, make sure that you do so. You already know how we do, man. This is the first one right here. We'll have an open panel later if you guys want to. If we need to build on anything, y'all already know, man. Just hit my DM, man. We'll be on one all day. We're gonna make sure we keep the content going over here, you know, despite, you know what I'm saying, if we talking about Babaji or not, although all of this shit does tie itself in one way, shape, fashion or another, okay? Y'all enjoy the early part of your day, and I'll be back to make it make sense, family. Once again, shout out to Goddess Baby. Once again, shout out to Duhkulu, Zoe, and Delana, and we out.